the Hidebehind allegedly uses this ability to hunt its prey through the forest, where it then attacks them without warning and drags them back to its lair.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Drip Podcast. Now for the visual watchers, we have new software. So this is a test run, if anything. First time out. And Scott is actually going to be at the helm of this one because he's doing an episode because you got recognised the other day, Scott?
Yeah, so I went to Comic-Con in Plymouth, and a lovely man there that was selling some cryptid-related metal news posters that I have several of on my wall now.
They are so sick. Cryptid Weekly.
So I've got Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster there. I didn't catch his name, so if you're watching, let me know your name. But he suggested that we do a episode on Canadian cryptids.
Nice.
So
was he a Canadian gentleman?
He was not, but he just has a fascination for Canadian cryptids.
Hey,
nice.
Specifically, his favourite cryptid is the first one on the list. So
nice. Okay, well, we'll jump into that in just a second. How is everyone? How are we doing?
Solid.
Yeah. Bailey, still not fixed your camera, I see.
Yeah. I know. I'm trying. Listen, well, I'm not really trying. Not actively. I'm just hoping that every time I come on here, when I turn it on, it will just work. It hasn't. It's not worked yet. I think I just need a new cable. So it's on the to-do list. I'll try that.
Okay, fair enough. Right, okay, let's get into the Canadian cryptids. Scott, please.
So,
what have you got for us?
We're going to start off with probably the most well-known Canadian cryptid, which you might have heard of. It is called Ogopogo.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of that.
Can confirm, no.
Literally never heard of it.
So, Ogopogo is a sea monster. Much like Scotland's Loch Ness Monster, Canada has its own legendary lake monster known as the Ogopogo. The Ogopogo it's a catchy name. It's said to inhabit the Okanagan Lake in British Columbia, Canada. Okay. And the lake, so this lake is about 84 miles long, 3 miles wide, and at its deepest point is 232 meters deep.
Wow.
This makes it about 3 times longer and twice as wide as Loch Ness.
Right.
Okay. So, just for the relation of, if there is a Loch Ness Monster in Loch Ness, this has a lot more surface area to work with.
Yeah.
Right. Makes sense.
Ogopogo is most often described as a serpentine creature with dark, smooth skin, a large, thick body, often described as being thicker than a telephone pole.
Right.
Okay.
Notoriously thick things.
So, right, okay.
Yeah.
Also vary in thickness, but we'll move.
And being about 15 meters long.
So, sorry, is this just like a snake? Or is it like, what is
monster?
Yeah, is that a mesosaur or some shit? I can't remember.
So the pictures I've seen of kind of illustrations of it are sort of similar in structure to kind of Gyarados kind of build.
Very
is the best example I can think of.
Pokemon.
So it's that
For
kind
Spirited
of
Away fans, it's the dragon from Spirited Away.
Jesus.
There you go.
The Ogopogo
A
is
little bit
alleged...
of culture there.
I know. Anime girl. His name is Haku.
There you go.
Haku.
Studio Ghibli.
Big fan.
I see it. Shout out.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's it.
The Ogopogo is alleged to have a powerful tail and is able to move at incredible speeds through the water.
Oh.
So Ogopogo can be found rooted throughout native myth, with the Shwepmuk people considering the creature to be an evil supernatural entity with evil intent, and stories of the creature demanding a live sacrifice for safe lake crossings.
Oh.
This goes further with stories of a visiting native chief known as Timbasket, who rejected the creature's existence and refused to make a sacrifice, who was then killed while crossing the lake after being thrown from his canoe and pulled under the water by the Ogopogo.
Oof, that's rank.
Alternatively, the Silix people consider the Ogopogo to be a sacred spirit of the lake that protects the valley and dwells in a cave system underneath Rattlesnake Island.
Ooh.
Just out of interest, what is the sacrifice required?
I was going to ask. Yeah.
A lot of the things here seem to suggest it's a small animal of some description. I'm sort of assuming maybe goat or something like that. Something that they sort of keep as livestock, I would guess.
Right, okay.
But yeah, it seems to be they would sacrifice one of those by just throwing it into the lake. And it would be eaten by the Ogopogo, which would apparently be enough to appease it.
When you said strong tail, if it's just snake, where does the body end and the tail begin?
Past the
Good
head.
question.
Yeah.
Nothing but neck.
That's it.
Literally head and then just tail.
Yeah.
It looks like it's got little legs, just from the pictures that I'm looking at.
Are we going to be pushing this too far to pull a picture of this up on the screen?
Currently, because I don't know how to use this this software, I'm going to have to say yes. In future, we'll find out how the media element of this software works, and I'll have it all ready to pull up.
Ah, there you go.
All I know to do right now is this.
What did that do?
Oh,
That was good.
I didn't even do it. I was going to do a round of applause, but I don't know what I've done. Oh god,
You swapped around as well.
It's connecting to something. I'm sorry, I'm scared. No, I think I just connected it to something. I just wanted to play a fucking round of applause.
I feel like we should have just left it with no. We won't do that tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's now saying trying to reconnect. I'm so scared. I'm sure it's fine. Right, continue.
Okay, so
Yeah.
as for more recent sightings of the Ogopogo, the first comes from 1872, when Susan Allison gave the first detailed account of Ogopogo from a white settler.
Right.
I can't actually find the exact details of this account, but she's very widely known to have given the first account.
Okay.
It's kind of one of these weird things where everyone says she said it, but no one knows what she said.
Right.
Jumping forward quite a bit to 1968,
Well,
Art Folden was driving on Highway 97, which is a highway that runs from the top to the bottom of British Columbia, and loops kind of around the side of the lake.
Okay.
Art noticed something moving within the lake and pulled over to film what he claimed was the creature. However, later analysis from 2005 has kind of suggested that the creature within his footage might just be a beaver.
oh,
Right. Okay.
what do you film it
Basically
on?
the shape.
Hate it when that happens.
I don't know, it was in 1968, so I'm guessing something quite poor quality.
High tech.
Nice.
I can actually... I know I've got different... I have actually got some screenshots of footage, but I don't know how to put them on the screen, so...
Yeah, we should have done that before. But in the next episode, we'll do all that sort of stuff. I'm so sorry. Video watchers, you just got us today. Unless Lozzie puts them over like, oh!
The edit.
I see it. No, it's fine. Come on.
I'm really hopeful that this recording works the way that it says it does, because like you guys are all frozen for me constantly.
Yeah, I know. I can see what it's doing though. It's continuously uploading the high quality recording to Riverside. So basically, yeah, it's quite an interesting concept. Sorry to pull it away from Cryptid for a second and talk about the software, but it seems like obviously we're all being recorded individually, which is great because it's going to give like hopefully the best quality of all of us and then collate it into one. But as an experience currently in a conversation, it's quite difficult.
Mm.
It looks
Everyone's
great on my
bugging,
side.
and
Does
I
it?
can't see
Yeah,
anyone.
yeah.
Or is everyone fine?
Everyone's fine on my side. Yeah, everyone looks really
same
good.
for me as
Maybe because
Oh, okay.
you're not. Oh no, I was going to say maybe because you're not uploading anything, so you're.
Oh no, I still am. It would still be uploading stuff.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not uploading your camera, is what I mean.
True.
Maybe because you two are actually hosting.
Yeah, that's
Maybe, but
On
then
your
I've got Virgin's fastest internet
True.
and I'm Ethernetted in.
Yeah,
So it
my
should. Well, we'll
computer
see.
is
We'll see.
very
Trust the
old.
process. It's the Arteta of fucking recording software.
So, the
What we
Ogopogo. Through the years, many tourists to the lake have claimed to spot Ogopogo, including a group of 50 who, in 1980, claimed to have watched the creature for around 45 minutes, with another video being captured of this sighting. Again, I've not managed to find the video, but I have found a single screenshot of the video that shows just
yeah.
Man, Scott, I really wish you'd prep me on how many fucking screenshots you were going to have.
But there's a button at the
There is
bottom.
the share button.
Are you unable to share this, Scott?
There is
Put
a
it all
share
on me,
button.
the producer.
Find out.
You can share your screen. Look at that.
Tell you what,
None?
listen to all the video watchers. I'll tell you what.
That's the same Nessie photo, isn't it?
All I
is a
can see
different
is.
Mine is
there
not
you go.
loading.
Oh, you've made a presentation, Scott.
Yeah.
You made a presentation for yourself.
Let me
I needed
just
to read the script.
Oh, go
why
on,
can't I-
Scott. Look at
why
you,
can't
mate.
I make that bigger?
Make everyone smaller.
Make everyone
and
else
then you make
smaller.
How do I do that?
Click on
You
yourself.
click on everyone's faces again.
What? Oh, what? Look at this. Magnificent. Wow. Carry on, Scott.
So that is Larry Thal's 1980 photo from the time where 50 people saw this in the water.
Wow.
I don't know what it is. Any thoughts on that picture?
Is
Um,
I would say,
Basically, a fully sunk boat.
yeah.
I mean, the fact that 50 people were there and it was filmed, and the only evidence that came out of that is nuts.
1980, though.
Yeah, but where's the video?
It looks like Gengar's about to pop out.
It does. That's very, very true.
Giant cat.
Also, sorry, I'm so sorry. People at home don't give a fuck. But I can actually mark this as a clip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I was going to mention that.
You know, listen, everyone at home, it's only going to... Once we get to the grips of this technology, just wait for the fucking shorts.
Oh, yeah, mate.
Anyway, yeah, that is...
If this screenshot exists, it means the video exists.
The video
Yeah.
is... I found
Where's the
this
video?
on a website from the early 2000s that was trying to get me to use various degrees of Flash Player to load things.
Right.
So the video may have been on there somewhere,
Okay.
but that seemed like a risk that I wasn't
Did it
willing to take
also
at
ask for
the
your
time.
bank account details?
It seemed like it was about to, yeah.
Nice.
It was getting close to that sort of thing. So I'm going to stop sharing.
Well.
Oh.
And the next one, so after that group of 50, in 1989, a man named Ken Kaplan and his 78-year-old father, Clem Kaplan, went out to an area of log booms. Does anyone know what a log boom is?
No.
A log boom.
Something to do with beavers.
So in a logging scenario, when they chop down all the trees,
Right.
and they then put them into the lake to sort of float down to one collective area.
Oh,
Ah.
that's smart.
A log boom is a big net, essentially, or a big barrier that catches the logs so they can all be held
Right.
together.
Okay.
So they went out to this place with a video camera just to take some videos of the log boom because they lived locally and they thought it was interesting.
Oh, and that's when they captured this
And they
footage.
caught a creature described as being slim, serpent-like, and measuring 15 feet in length, swimming around about 75 feet from their canoe. This one also has a screenshot from a video.
Okay, let's get the screenshot up.
Again, no video.
It's the other side of Gengar.
How do I do
In
this?
terms
How
of
do I do it? There's got to
quality.
be an easier way than sort of shuffling through. Whoa, that is... Okay, so for the audio listeners, this is Ken Chaplin's 1989 footage, if you want to Google it. And that is, I'm not convinced that is a photograph.
That is
It's
TV
not-
static.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
TV static with a little fucking...
Black dot.
apparently that is a still from a video.
Okay.
Why not just post the video?
Again, the video is
Exactly.
somewhere on the internet. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be that hard. That's what I mean.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Interesting.
interesting.
It's
to
certainly
see
more
that
serpent-like than the other one.
10 years later, this footage is captured, and the photo still from it is worse than the
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what sort of camera, but
And then
I'm just shuffle through.
finally, in 2011, so
Yeah.
a lot more recently, a cell phone video captured two dark shapes moving around in the water that some claim to be Ogopogo.
Right.
And further sightings also took place in 2018 and 2024, respectively, of a long snake-like
Sorry, did you say
creature in the water.
2024?
Yeah,
Last week.
very much could have been.
Oh, boy.
Right.
And I've got one more screenshot.
Oh, shuffling.
I want this to be fucking crystal clear.
Yeah, but it's his 2011
This is
fucking
2011 mobile
phone.
footage.
Lassie.
What's that?
That's a ripple.
What's
What's
going
that?
on? I can't.
This is
nothing's come up
apparently-
on my screen.
Two creatures swimming around in the
Here
water.
it is.
Oh, whatever.
Oh god. There's got to be a better way to
That
fucking
is
shuffle through
actually a YouTube video, but the actual video itself is
these. Mine is
copyrighted. the photo should be
loading.
fine.
This is an issue.
But if you look up 2011 Ogopogo footage on YouTube, you can find the footage of it actually moving around in the water.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck? It's just a ripple.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah. The
Okay.
footage, I mean, the actual footage isn't much more than just ripples moving around in the water, to be honest.
Okay.
There
I
were
mean,
there were a few suggestions for what it could be.
it looks large.
Some people have said beavers.
That's not a fucking beaver.
Some people have said otters.
That's the same thing.
Okay.
And some people have said logs.
I've just watched the video. There was just clearly some disruption. It's a 5-second video, and there is just
There is a
some
longer
disruption.
version because I took the screenshot from a 2-minute video, I think. But
oh,
Or was it 2011? Oh, what's it called?
Ogopogo.
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 Interesting. Okay. Well, I tell you what, there's more compelling evidence for Ogopogo than the Loch Ness Monster,
true.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I mean, if we could find the actual footage that those other two screenshots came from, they might be proof, but I couldn't find them online.
Okay.
So that's the first cryptid. What do we think of the Ogopogo?
Yeah, pretty solid. I don't see why not. Especially like one of the things for me with Loch Ness Monster is, like I know Loch Ness is quite large, but I don't really get how they could still be in there. Where this thing is? Is it a lake? Did you say? Sorry.
Yeah, it's a lake.
So it's not connected to any outside water sources.
No, there are like little streams and rivers that come off it going various places, but
Okay, so it could potentially. But yeah, so no, it's larger.
yeah, the lake is.
So I
three
can
times wide, 2 times.
I can see that. I can see that being a reality.
And apparently there is an intricate cave system under that island.
That's what I was going to say. If there's
can't remember the name
caves, if it links to the sea,
I think it's just a giant snake, is it not?
Quite possibly.
could be a giant eel.
Some people have
Or an
floated around
eel, more
plesiosaur.
likely. Yeah, eel. How big do eels get?
I think some can get quite large.
I can imagine they get quite sizable.
Especially the deeper you go.
Isn't it?
That's it.
Anyone played Mario 64? It's
Yeah,
a fucking
why?
big eel in that, mate.
Well, that's true.
Tell you what, this software is killing my computer.
Is it?
I can't even Google anything.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Don't open any tabs.
Yeah, I've got nothing open.
Otherwise, we're fucked. That computer is on its way out anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Let's not test. Let's not
StreamYard
stress
was
test,
alright, though.
guys. What?
Nothing.
What are you saying?
StreamYard was
StreamYard.
okay.
What?
None of the slander.
Well, if you want to pay £90 a month for it, be my guest.
Is that how much it is?
That's what it's gone up to, isn't it, Loz?
66 quid a month,
66
an
quid a
which
month.
is like
Actual
$80 plus
joke.
dollars.
Yeah.
Jeez.
We'll see how this turns out. You don't know. You don't know. No one knows. But we're talking far too much about software, and we're not
I know.
a fucking
I'm sorry.
tech podcast. Right. What's the next?
My
What's the next
apologies.
cryptid?
So the next cryptid
Scott.
we've got is another one from Canada. This is the Wahila.
Oh.
The Wahila, described most often as a large white wolf.
Ooh.
It's said to be found in the northern territories of Canada and is also sometimes spotted in Alaska. It's described as being like a normal wolf, but with a heavier build, larger feet, long pure white fur, a much wider head, and a face that resembles a bear.
What?
It's also said to have large paws and long, dangerous bear-like claws.
Isn't a large white wolf looks like a bear? A polar bear?
It matches the description, yeah.
Quite possibly.
Okay.
Witnesses describe this as being about 4 foot tall at the shoulder.
Right.
I don't know if the shoulder's its highest point, but
Okay.
4 foot tall at the shoulder, and is often, has very rarely been seen in packs. Is normally seen alone, which obviously is kind of the opposite of what you expect from a wolf.
A lone wolf.
But it is what you expect from a polar bear.
Yeah.
That's it.
Native
They're
legend.
also about 4 foot tall to the shoulder.
Could be a
No, I would say they're a lot bigger.
Maybe it's a baby one.
Maybe baby polar bear. Fact it.
Got it. Native legend describes the Wahila as an evil spirit with supernatural powers. Native legend seems to describe everything as an evil spirit with supernatural powers.
Yeah, I didn't want
That
to say
is
it.
true.
I didn't want to say it.
That
You
is
know.
true. Yeah.
That phrase came up a lot while I was looking at different cryptids.
Maybe they're more in tune with the spirit world.
Yeah. So the Wahila is alleged to kill people and
Oh.
remove their heads.
Oh.
Nice.
Specifically, just heads.
Just their heads.
Okay.
Okay.
It's predominantly native to the Nahani Valley, which is also known as the Headless Valley.
Right.
Makes sense.
And
sense,
its
yeah.
most prominent recent sighting was by an American mechanic named Frank Graves, who describes it as a wolf on steroids.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Some cryptozoologists believe that the Wahila might in fact be a small surviving population of prehistoric bear dogs.
Bear
Polar bears.
dogs used to
Jesus.
exist.
Apparently.
Jesus.
Apparently they were a thing.
Is that like literally a bear dog hybrid?
I would assume so.
Can they breed? Crossbreed? Jesus.
Yeah, but that is the Wahila. It's a little bit less
Okay.
detailed than the Ogopogo, but I just liked the...
Yeah, that's pretty
Description
cool.
of
Like, another one I've never heard of. Could it be a distant cousin of Black Shuck?
A bear dog does very much look like what is being described, to be fair. They're
Just
like
XL
they're
bully.
like kind of lions, but with dogs' faces.
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Jesus. Well, so sorry. They did you say they exist now?
No.
Ah.
No. They're like dinosaur times.
What? So did you know that
No
like,
way.
millions of years ago? I think it's was it before or after the dinosaurs? I want to say before. The Earth, or it might have been after. The Earth, like just giant insects roamed the Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How fucking horrible is
Yum.
that? Like 20-foot tall centipedes and shit.
Or dragonflies
like-
the size of like a fucking lion or something.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck.
20 feet tall roly polies.
Also, as well, why bear dog?
Quite cool.
Like, surely you can come up with his own individual name rather than the
Yeah.
mix of the both.
To be fair, it does have a name, but it's a sciencey name.
Oh.
It's called
What's the science name?
Amphicyonidae.
It did
Nice.
say that on the page I was looking at earlier. I just forgot. I didn't include it
Amphicyonidae.
because I didn't want to have to try and pronounce that.
Yeah.
Did it
Could
go
start a
into
brand rival to dogfish. Bear dog.
Oh.
Wait.
On board.
Scott, did it go into any detail as to how it would remove the head from people?
It specified that it had large bear-like claws.
Oh,
So my guess would be,
going like
Gosh.
straight
pulling
off.
your head off.
yeah,
Loving it.
my guess would be just ripping the head off with its claws,
Jesus.
which
That's
is not
horrible.
ideal. Yeah,
Yeah.
Not
So-
ideal.
but I like the idea that it's a surviving prehistoric species.
Yeah.
That
That's
might
pretty
still
cool.
be lurking about in the wilderness of Canada and
Yeah.
Alaska.
Your not
Wow.
ideals really do make me laugh, Scott.
Yeah, that is true. That is
I
true,
mean, if
true.
the Ogopogo is also real, then that is probably also a descendant of dinosaurs.
Yeah, for sure.
So maybe a lot of cryptids are just dinosaurs that never died out.
Yeah, crocodiles are still here.
Yeah.
It's true.
That would
Chickens?
100% be on a cryptid list, like giant lizard dinosaur.
Yeah, if they'd died out,
If there were nowhere near as many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
You wouldn't
Guys-
believe it.
crocodiles filled most of Florida.
The thing is as well, like it's like animals like a giraffe.
Yeah,
Would you fucking believe that if you'd never seen one before?
absolutely not.
Giant horse thing with long neck. Like, it makes no sense. And then
No.
you're like, unicorns don't exist, which is literally just a horse with a horn.
Yeah.
You're like, nah, that's not real.
I mean,
Makes no sense.
really, if you look at a deer, that's essentially
Yeah.
a horse with a horn.
Yeah.
True. Just in a different place.
Yeah.
So-
Interesting.
The third Canadian cryptid that I have is from both Canadian and American folklore and is
Right.
known simply as the Hidebehind.
Oh,
Right.
I don't like this already.
Now,
No.
those of you, it's nowhere near as bad as it sounds.
okay.
Okay.
Those of you that are Harry Potter fans,
Oh, not me.
this
but carry
is
on.
apparently included
Yes, you are,
in...
John.
This is included in the revised copy of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Oh.
The boy who lived. No, Ron, no. There must be another way. What is it? He's going to sacrifice himself.
Oh, no.
You're going to get us all killed, or worse, expelled.
Ronald Weasley, how dare you take that car?
Oh dear.
So, yeah, the Hidebehind appears in the revised version of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which is the companion book based... The second version is based on an entry that J.K. Rowling did on Pottermore about the American Wizarding School.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
there's
an
all
American
Fantastic
Wizarding
Beasts.
School. What's that place called?
So the American Wizarding School, I think it's called Ilvermorny.
Jesus.
Which, yeah.
Such an expansive lore.
So, in actual folklore, the Hidebehind is a nocturnal forest creature that preys upon humans wandering in the woods.
That's
In-
not ideal.
Sort of the late 1800s, early 1900s, the creature was blamed for the disappearances of loggers that never returned to camp.
There is quite a log theme today.
It's Canada, isn't it? That's what
That is
they
a
do.
very Canadian
Yeah.
pastime.
A boot. Yeah.
90% of people that live in Canada log
Yeah, that's
in
true.
some
Okay.
form.
It's good, eh?
That's good, eh?
So,
A
as the
boot.
name suggests, the Hidebehind is apparently able to conceal itself either by darting at really extreme speeds to hide behind an object, or darting at extreme speeds to hide behind the observer themselves.
Oh,
Right. You said that the name isn't as bad as it sounds.
This
What
is
did
the
you mean
worst.
by that?
This
This
is
is
the
worse
worst.
than what I was imagining.
I thought it would just like creep behind you. Didn't realise it was like
Hide
that's a
behind-
fuck
this
boy.
isn't an issue for Scott because he's got, for the audio listeners, where he's wearing double camo. Like this creature is never gonna fucking hide behind him. He's never gonna see him.
If
You
anything,
can
I
see
am
his
the
trousers.
Hidebehind.
smack into him by mistake.
Yeah, it's just gonna die. It's actually gonna run. It's gonna be going so quick. It actually runs through him. It's like fucking.
That's a fuck boy.
So the Hidebehind allegedly uses this ability to hunt its prey through the forest, where it then attacks them without warning and drags them back to its lair.
Lair.
How is this not bad?
This is awful, Scott.
Don't worry, the name's not as bad as it sounds. It literally describes the worst thing I've ever heard.
Literally, your ideas of
Retrospectively,
things
Actually, this is a bit rough because I've just read the
Yeah.
next bit again.
not as bad, not
man.
ideal.
It gets
Yeah.
worse.
I feel like in my head, I read all the bits that it was in Harry Potter after I wrote this, so I've got the
Right.
nice, friendly Harry
Wait,
Potter.
you wrote this and still didn't realise how bad it was?
Yes, I read the Harry Potter entries after, and they're quite friendly. This one isn't.
Right.
The creature is said to primarily feast on the intestines of its victims.
What the fuck, man?
And apparently has severe aversion to alcohol, making this a very good defense against it.
Ah.
Well, after you've had your entrails pulled out and then it discovers you've got alcohol in it.
Well, apparently, early lumberjacks would use this as an excuse to go drinking before walking through the woods.
Right.
Here we
Found the
go.
origin of the story.
Also, as
we
an
go.
excuse to drink on the job.
But so I have to
Right.
drink at work in case the
Otherwise, it's
thing
gonna-
turns up.
I have to whip out the hip flask in case the
It's
hide
gonna
behind comes.
get me.
Oh, but look, it runs fast and stuff, and then it'll eat me insides. Proceeds to chug an entire bottle of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
at
Why are you with a
12
pub
in the
again?
afternoon.
Safety!
Protection!
Early accounts of the hide behind describe this creature as a large, powerful animal, and some suggest that it makes a hissing noise like a viper.
Nice.
Some sources online state that the hide behind resembles a bear walking upright, covered head to toe in black
Logs
fur,
and bears.
and with a tail resembling a sheepdog.
Canada.
Logs and bears. A boot, eh? That's
Welcome to
Canada.
Canada.
Describe Canada in 3 words. Logs, bears, a boot.
Welcome to
can-
Canada.
You can guarantee there will be logs and bears, a boot.
That's it. That's so,
yeah,
true.
covered in black fur with a tail resembling a sheepdog.
There we go. Wow.
Jesus.
But obviously, if this creature can truly conceal itself,
Mm.
how will they know what it looks like?
There you go.
Rude,
Oh!
that.
Active
just
challenge.
Unless
assumed.
someone's been taken and then managed to escape.
True. So that
This is a drunk man's tale.
that is the end of the hide.
Maybe.
The hide behind.
Maybe, but what a cryptid. That's a great cryptid. I'd never heard of that before.
No,
The
I
hide
hated it.
behind. That's absolutely epic. Lozzie, I've just noticed the shirt you're wearing.
That's it.
Shoot.
There's actually a couple left. Still in stock. So if you want to grab yourself one, be quick. Etsy, Drip Paranormal, one word, DRIPPARANORMAL. Ooh, that was scary.
Pee-pee.
Drip Paranormal on Etsy. You can get
Drip?
yourself a Drip
Pee-pee.
Voodoo Doll
Paranormal.
T-shirt printed by me, Maya. Shut up.
That's the real Etsy name is Drip PP Paranormal. Find us on
Excellent.
Etsy.
There you go. Yeah, so we've got a couple left if you'd like. And I print them myself. I actually press it with my own hands.
And then he goes,
Yeah,
and
I
then he
kiss
puts it in the envelope.
Yeah,
Then sends
That's
it
it.
out.
that's it.
Behind the scenes.
That's it. Also, join the Patreon as well, where there's going to be exclusive designs dropping soon. And that's Duty Rhino on Patreon. Right. Do we have any more, Scott?
That is all 3.
Excellent.
Which was your favourite, everybody?
So, I have a question. Are 2 and 3 possibly the same thing?
Ooh.
Because you said it was a bear thing. And hide and
Remember
poopy
bears.
seek or whatever it's called is a bear as well.
Hide and poopy seek.
Yeah, potential. They are both bear related, and they do both
Could be a little
seem to-
crossover there.
They
Yeah.
do both seem to somewhat stalk lumberjacks from time to time.
Yeah, yeah. I like the MO of the was it hide and
The hide behind.
Hide behind.
hide behind?
Is there
Yeah,
any
I like the MO.
footage or evidence of the hide behind?
Not
Is it all
that I
just
have
lore?
found. I think it's mostly just lore.
It's a
I think
drunk man's tale.
Yeah, it seemed to be.
Bailey, you need to be careful, mate, because the hide behind will get you if you keep fucking shit
It
talking.
does sound like the equivalent of sailors talking about mermaids. It's kind of
Right.
like
She
the
called me
lumberjack
to the
version of a mermaid.
rocks. Enticed me. Ah, I swear, love, she meant nothing.
She was a mermaid. I didn't
was-
cheat.
Where could I put it? Ah.
It was a siren this time. Fuck. I've been had.
That's it.
I've been had.
Oh
Oh
dear.
man, but yeah, I like the hide behind. What about you guys?
Yeah, Hidebehind's pretty decent.
Yeah, I like it.
Decent.
I just like that the hide behind out of all of them is probably the worst one out of the bunch in terms of like the veracity of it. And Scott labelled it as not that bad.
Because we all had a visceral reaction to the name because it's called the Hidebehind, which is obviously horrible. And Scott's like, honestly, name's worse than it is. Then literally said so many bad things. It's the size of a bear and it fucking sprints on 2 legs and it's so fast and it either hides behind rocks or behind you. That is horrific.
Yeah.
And then eats your
It's not
intestines.
And then eats your intestines, but don't get it pissed because then it will die.
I must admit, my mind didn't actually go there when you said hide behind. I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft recently, right? And on my main survival hunter, I've been doing a lot of skinning. And when you skin things, you get as hide. And so when you said hide behind, I thought it was like just a cryptid with like a leather bum.
What?
Because they hide behind, behind hide.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just got padded leather tush.
You got them buns, boy.
I see it.
Buns of heavy leather. But yeah, that's where my mind went anyway.
Oh, that's good.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, there we go. But no, thank you, Scott. That's great. And also thank you to the dude who suggested it. Let's see for the video watchers. Sorry to the audio listeners, I will describe them. Let's just have a look. Are they pinned to the walls, God?
They are.
Cryptid weeklies. You got Bigfoot. You got Nessie. So have they got like some like facts and stuff on there? Or
My
facts?
guess
I
would
mean,
be
they're cryptids, but
that it's kind of like a Wikipedia entry for each.
oh, that's
thing
cool.
Underneath.
Yeah.
So the top one, which is primarily Nessie, also has examples of other cryptids or other sea monsters.
Is it on? Is the thingy on there?
Nessie's the big one. You've got Ogopogo there.
Nice.
Tahoe
Shout out.
Tessie there.
Tessie.
And Champ up there.
Champ.
So those are cryptids that, you know.
Where's
Let's
Champ?
investigate him now.
Do another episode on those.
Who's Champ?
Just Champ.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Champ is from Lake Champlain.
Of course.
Makes sense.
Naturally.
So I'm guessing is in America.
Probably.
It's in
In
Vermont,
Champion
and
Land.
it's a sea monster in Vermont.
Vermont.
The other
Canada?
one is
Question mark?
Vermont, as in
Vermont.
the state
Canada?
Yeah,
of Vermont.
in
Oh.
America.
Didn't know there was a state called Vermont.
And the Bigfoot one
Apologies.
has the Yeti, the skunk ape, and
Skunk
my
ape.
favourite on this list, the small man of the forest.
Me.
Bailey and Daring Woods.
The offshoot of Bigfoot is a small man of the forest.
Yeah,
That's class.
I'll rate that one.
Also known as Bigfoot's child. But that's awesome. Okay. Well, yeah. There you go, Cryptid Weekly. Thank you to the dude that spotted Scott at Comic-Con Plymouth. Okay, so we've got the Patreon question of the week. Just going to give you a little heads up. Bailey has had to dip out momentarily. He should be back soon, though. Okay. Right, Kerry. On the Patreon, if you want to ask a question, head over to the Patreon. What was your favourite memorable moment during an investigation? And is there anything you did or didn't do that you now regret? What do we think about that then?
I guess we could have this as like an open discussion.
No.
Like, for example, one of the obvious ones that is going to come up is the mirror, obviously. Naturally. It's going to be a fan
It's
favourite.
memorable, yeah.
Yeah. And in my opinion, one of the things that we missed, and I wish we could change, was setting up fucking tapo cameras so that we had an active clip. However, they do say that recording software stops these things from happening. Like, generally, when you put your camera on, in some locations, ghosts do stop.
Yeah.
So perhaps if we were filming that mirror at the time that it happened,
It might not have happened.
maybe it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. But that's tough, isn't it, man? Because that's like, fuck me, or not what we do, because we do it because we enjoy it. But do you know what I mean? if that is the case, that's a fucker. That is,
Yeah.
you know. And I just want to say, you know, taking on feedback and stuff, but the comments on the latest investigation have been absolutely lovely. One person did say, you know, when it comes to things like cat balls and stuff, or just different piece of equipment, you know, if we could have a motion camera running, or a camera running at all times, then that would be great, which is something that we definitely can look into for sure. And like I say, we have tapos and stuff like that. Right, okay, yeah. So what was your point there, Maya? Sorry.
Mine would be the ramen mirror.
Filming it more.
And filming it. And having static cameras. Because there was a few things during that investigation. Like, for example, when someone was doing a sweep, and I think me and Bailey were outside. Yeah, you guys were upstairs, me and Bailey were outside. Is that what happened? And then the bell rang?
No,
you guys couldn't hear it?
I was outside.
Someone
went upstairs. A couple of people went upstairs to put the...
I think we put the
ramekin thing on the Ouija board because we didn't have a planchette, so we found a ramekin. And then in the process of going and doing that, the bell went off. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it happened. I remember
it happened twice.
When me and
it went
Scott,
off.
It happened downstairs and it happened up in the witch's room.
Yeah, I'm talking
bell...
about the one downstairs.
Yeah.
When I believe me and Bailey were outside, or it may have been me, Bailey, and Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you might have been going to the toilet or something. But anyway, if we'd have had static cameras, both of those things would have been caught, and the mirror.
Yeah.
And whatever else. You know, there might have been plenty of stuff that happened that night that we didn't even know.
Yeah, of course.
You know, the bell rang, and it was only by chance that we were outside to hear it.
Yeah.
Had we been where you were, you guys couldn't hear it. So...
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah. There may have been loads of stuff that we missed that night.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, so more static cameras at the Ram would have been my answer.
Yeah. One of mine is the RAF base place. The fact that we didn't go into the fucking basement or even turn right, and was it been there twice or 3 times?
Technically 3 times, but twice.
Why technically 3 times?
Because we went twice in one video, didn't we? Because we couldn't find it.
Oh yeah. But I mean that building, that specific building is twice, isn't it?
Yeah, twice. Yeah.
And yeah, we didn't go all the way to the other end and go down into the basement, which, you know, basements are just cool. So that's something that I would definitely change.
Just on that, when we went to the RAF base the first time where that door shut, that was daytime, wasn't it?
Yes.
We should go back in the daytime.
Yeah.
Because that was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I think we got more activity when we were there in the daytime.
Yeah. That is a horrible
and it feels
fucking
safer.
building. Yeah. Relatively. Yeah. Yeah, it's mad. So yeah, that's the sort of thing I would maybe just be more extensive in the searching. But obviously it's difficult when you're there. You know, it's very heightened emotion and tension because the abandoned buildings, they're just fucking horrible. And yeah, I think it's just because we went back a second time. We essentially went back a second time and then just took the same, apart from the entry point, we took the same route. Don't get me wrong, it's a great investigation. You know, we had some weird stuff, didn't we, with like the equipment and stuff.
Yeah. And the reason that we went the way that we did was because we wanted to check out that room with the door.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
there was blood and stuff.
Yeah.
And the doors had been changed.
Yeah, they
which
had.
is fucking nuts.
Yeah, that is
but
crazy.
I have looked up news articles so many times to try and see if they ever found anything dodgy there. Nothing ever comes up.
Because that door was changed and locked.
And locked, which is fucking weird.
Didn't I notice the door had been changed on a live stream when you guys were in a hotel somewhere?
Yeah,
we were on holiday and you were doing a live stream watching the video.
And I had both videos up comparing the door frame.
The doors had changed direction as well, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
After, like, what, 6 months to a year or something before that, I can't really remember the time frame, that we filmed something that looked like blood and a body, potentially,
Yeah.
not necessarily human, but it was weird, wrapped in a tarp, and then we go back not very
that
long
room
afterwards.
is sealed. Yeah.
The room's sealed and the door's been changed.
Yeah.
Weird.
It is.
Maybe
weird.
it was some sort of like weird ritualistic sacrifice. It can't have been a human. It wasn't big enough. And there would definitely be news articles about it.
Yeah.
So I think that there was maybe some weird ritual sacrifice. Maybe because it sat there for so long, the room had to be sealed off because it was like hazardous.
Weren't there loads of sheep in that area? Weren't there loads of sheep outside?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, potentially a sheep.
Maybe
But it was
there's no
fresh
news
blood.
on it.
Jesus,
Very
baby's
weird.
back.
Sorry.
Hello.
Maybe there's no news on it because nobody was reported missing.
Oh.
Maybe the people went back and fixed the door. The people
Maybe.
that killed them.
Yeah.
After seeing the video.
Horrible.
Oh my god.
Horrible. Any others? Anything
So,
else that you would change?
I would say one thing I would change. Again, it goes back to the mirror at the Ram. The mirror happened, and we left quite quickly afterwards.
Yeah.
But we were very new to the
Yeah.
to the investigation.
We were
especially
scared.
of the most haunted building in the country at the time.
Yeah.
So I don't blame us for fleeing
Yeah.
or wrapping up quite quickly afterwards. But
Yeah.
I feel like now we would have done a lot more
100%.
debunking. It would have been
Yeah.
a case of searching every inch of the building, even though there was no one there,
Yeah.
because we did.
It's
would have
just
been a
not.
case
It's just
of-
not fucking possible.
It's
It's
not.
just
It's not. I won't even
fucking
entertain
possible.
the conversation. Like,
Yeah.
until you have been there
Yeah.
and you fucking stay in that building for. We were there for 13 hours at that point.
Yeah.
I can't remember the exact number, but it was above 10 at least.
Yeah.
There is no way. Like, I'm not even going to entertain the what do you call it? The debunking, because it's not possible.
No, it's
like,
not.
I will accept any other explanation, but someone else being in that building is categorically not possible.
Not
That is not
possible.
an explanation.
It's not
at
possible.
all.
No. Even
And
like a fucking, a petite gymnast fucking what do you call it when they can contort their bodies and shit.
Yeah.
Contortionist. Just not fucking possible. It's just not.
No. It's so creaky. And
Yeah.
I know that there are doors. Like, for example, next to the mirror there is a fire door.
But it's not
get that.
next to the mirror though.
Two things
It's
though.
like the other
yeah,
corner of the
exactly. It's like you would have to go in and all the way. If you could get in, you would have to go all the way around. But that door is so heavy, and it was locked, and we had the key. So it's not even like
Yeah.
oh,
because that's the emergency
maybe.
exit.
Yeah. And
The key was in my pocket, I
outside
think.
of the fire door, there is a gate that is padlocked with a key that we have. So it's just not a thing that we will ever
No.
entertain. And we are very, very open to everything being debunked. We
Yeah,
encourage
for
it,
sure.
and we generally find a way to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
But that is an explanation that is actually not possible.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just
It is.
Yeah.
It is unsettling to say the least. And also, we're also completely forgetting, all things considered, i.e., that there couldn't have been someone else in that building. That as we went up the stairs, Bailey saw something in his peripheral vision.
That's what I was going to suggest as mine.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't push more to say I literally have just seen something.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I
It's
think
mad.
obviously that was it was our first proper investigation, obviously,
Proper, yeah.
other than abandoned
Yeah.
places. If I think essentially all of our answers would probably be go back and redo that investigation with the same evidence, but with the equipment that we've got now and the bravery that we've got now
And just
and the
The
experience.
knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, but we
Because there
did
was so
though.
many things that we
No, say if we
but
could
what I
relive
mean-
that night.
Oh, if we could relive
Yeah.
that night. Sorry.
Yeah, but as we are now, so
Yeah.
the equipment that we have, there was so many moments that we would have continued. Like, for example, when we heard Scott's voice on the Estes method, we would have carried on. when we saw the mirror, we would have debunked it, we would have proved that no one else was in the building, and then we would have probably done some fucking mirror scrying in that mirror.
Yeah.
You know, and we would have had the static cameras set up, and, you know, there's so many things that we could have potentially caught that night.
Mm-hmm.
However, you could argue that the experience and the bravery that we have now would have meant that we wouldn't have got the evidence that we got back then, because it was feeding off of our fear.
There is that, you know, obviously no one understands how any of it works, but one of the leading theories, which is, what are they called? Not Fear Factor. Project Fear
/ Destination Fear.
Yeah, their whole thing is like, we scare ourselves so that these entities can feed off of it.
Which is something we've now adopted.
Yeah.
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 Which is the other thing I would change.
What's that?
Is my challenge the second time out.
Oh, what, moving around the
ancient
building
ramming,
more?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because retrospectively,
Yeah, you just sat on the sofa, didn't you?
yeah,
For 2
okay,
hours.
time. Other
We
than
just
the
kinda
mini
sat
heart
with you.
attack
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
almost had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I've
absolutely.
changed something else as well about the second time we went.
Yeah.
Is there any way you could be a little bit louder, Bailey?
Can you hear me now?
You're
I
actually
think your
quieter.
mic's
You've switched
disconnected.
mics, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
Have I?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have.
Uh-huh.
Bear with.
No worries.
Yeah, I think what Bailey is probably referring to is the fucking temperature
Yeah.
the second time round.
Yeah.
I would take a hoodie and a blanket.
I had a sleeping bag
That
and I
temperature.
was
Yeah,
still freezing.
that was weird. That was the weirdest thing I think about those ancient Ramin visits is we went on the hottest recorded day in UK history and then arguably the fucking coldest.
So many
That was,
mistakes.
that was good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny.
No, it was. Yeah,
Hard.
absolutely.
We'll go back for part 3 eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a couple of
Lozzie?
days. That's another thing that someone actually criticised us of. They were like, "You're just going to places you've already been."
Yeah, because they were fun.
We
Exactly.
had a reason to go. Both
Exactly.
places, or all the places that we've already been, we had a compelling reason to go back.
Yeah.
Exactly. Would you rather us go to new places and not get anything?
It is good to go to new
Huh?
places, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, no, we will. We will.
Yeah.
After we've been back to all of them 3 times each.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah,
Lozzie
Lozzie.
has not answered.
I don't really know if there's anything I necessarily regret or would
Anything he
change.
likes. Got no favourite moments.
I got favourite moments. I'm just like trying to think, what would I change?
While you're
I
thinking
really
of that,
like-
what? Oh, sorry, go on. I was gonna say, what are your favourite moments?
I say I like most of the time in the investigations. I know it's going to sound like I can't wait for it to end, but the Polaroids at the end, I think are a great addition. Just because, although you might not necessarily like buy into the kind of paranormal issue of capturing on the photos, but it gives a nice. That's it. That's a classic one. It gives a nice rounded end to the investigations, in my opinion, and it's nice to look back at as well. Look at that. Scott in the bathtub.
I hate to say this, right? Because I love that we do giveaways. I hate giving these Polaroids away
Oof.
because it's just nice to have them. Do you know what I mean? So maybe in future we should do the giveaway Polaroid.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
You know?
Because generally, we take one of each person,
Yeah,
and then one person has to be given away.
yeah,
So maybe we take one of each person for the video, and then we do a specific
yeah. Polaroid
giveaway
yeah.
Polaroid
Yeah.
that can maybe always include you or something.
There you go. That's what I'd change.
That's it. The
So-
Polaroid giveaway.
Figured it out. See,
Other
teamwork.
than like the stuff that we've already said, like having more equipment or filming things that we didn't film, I don't really know if there is anything that I would change.
Yeah,
Maybe I tell you what, maybe the challenge where I had my bag over the head and not making so much noise upstairs, but that's not really in my control. So
yeah.
And shutting that
Maybe-
damn laptop.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. How would we have changed that? I think maybe the only way to have made that because obviously there was a lack of fear because we were like lumping about upstairs, blah, blah, blah. Maybe if we had all left, like mine was fucking scary because I was there by myself. Maybe if we'd done that, so like if you did hear anything, it's like, well, fucking hell, there's no one else in here.
But the negative to that is you're not allowed to leave the house.
What do you mean?
You're not allowed to leave the house after like.
Oh yeah. We'd have to get it done.
Like daylight.
Yeah. But I mean, because mine was as the sun was going down. Mine fucking sucked, man.
We could have just sat still upstairs.
Yeah,
That
true.
was also an option.
The other thing that we said about doing but decided against was restraining the arms as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So that was
rough, though.
that was what I thought at one point.
We're going to tie it to the chair.
Jesus Christ, I didn't know that.
Cable ties behind the back.
I think that's evil, though. Imagine if you saw something.
Imagine if you're looking through the bag and threads in front of you, and you are.
And
We've
there's nothing
we've
that you
essentially
can do.
forced sleep paralysis onto you.
Yeah.
I was saying that
You
the
can't
problem,
remove the bag, nothing.
the problem with the baghead one, not necessarily by the initial design of it, but Bailey obviously put forward the idea of having the strobe and red light. If there was the scenario where I was just completely on my own and you guys were out, I'd take the bag off my head and be instantaneously disorientated by the flashing light. So I'm just going to twat over.
Yeah.
And also you changed the crosses upside down, which that,
Yeah. Yeah. And I did
see
that
what you
off
did.
camera and then like kind of forgot that I did it and then forgot to address it and then bless the people in the comments are like, oh my God, the crosses. And I was like, no, we don't fake shit. That was me. And that was my bad that I forgot
ever
to
put
tell
those
the
back?
camera. Yeah, I put them back the next morning, I think. But just before we went to
I was
sleep.
gonna say, you better not make me sleep in a room with
Yeah,
the crosses
no,
upturned.
No.
Honestly, it felt like hell in that room. I swear to God.
Don't know what you mean. I slept well.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. I feel like I slept really well.
From 4 of you.
Yeah.
Well, three and a half.
But yeah, it's
Baby small.
I'd love to know in the comments things that you guys would like to have seen us do a little bit differently. Be nice though. Be nice. But yeah, no, that's a great question. Anyone else want to answer? Bailey, have you sorted your mic out?
I haven't. It says I can't change my mic while recording is taking place, but you've done it anyway. So
Yeah, had you
It
changed
did
it to
it.
get to this one? Do you want to just do it anyway?
what was what? I would
What
change-
mic
well,
are you using?
It's on my headset. I can't change it.
Oh,
It
can you
won't
get
let
any
me change
closer? Can you put like the mic in your mouth?
it. This is as close as I can get.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So what were you asking? What my things I would change?
So it's like basically the question was, what's your favourite memorable moment during an investigation, and is there anything you did or didn't do that you now regret?
My one would be at the round when I didn't go check after I saw something. Why I just kind of put it straight off as, it must have been Scott's light. We should have at least checked. And favourite moment is Scott looking out the window. Don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms
Checking
of
out the
favourite moment, there's a lot of very good moments.
Yeah.
No,
absolutely.
For me, one of my favourite moments that is from a more obscure investigation is the Borough Castle one,
Yeah.
when we heard the screeching noise.
Yeah, that was fun.
About 2 minutes after I'd met Lozzie for the first time
Yeah.
and was rummaging around in his pocket.
For a torch. Yeah.
So he thought he touched.
Yeah. No, that was great. That was great. That had all that did. That had like great Estes method. It had a cryptid screech, which was obviously an owl, which by the way,
No.
in itself is fucking dangerous because they tend to just swoop. And it also had a potential UFO sighting. It was fucking great. It really
It a good
was.
one. I like that one. Should go back there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Full
See?
team camping trip.
Can't
That's
help
it.
it.
Just keep going back to the old ones. But no, we will go to some new places. I think next on my radar is definitely Cannock Chase. I really want to go there. We'll get a few places booked up. I mean, you guys have really, supported the shirt drop, and that money is going to be reinvested into Drip. So it helps us go to new wonderful places. So thank you for that. And again, if you want to grab a t-shirt, you absolutely can. Right. Okay, I think we're going to leave it there. This has been a great episode. I think we're coming up to the hour mark. Crazy. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Share the podcast around. And, check out the Etsy. We'll be dropping some cool stuff on there. Did you know on Etsy you can follow the shop? I've had people following the shop. So, obviously, if I do drop shirts in the future, if you're following the shirt shop, then you'll see the shirts as they drop. That's really cool.
As they drip drop.
As they drip drop, exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. And with the orders, I'll throw in some stickers as well.
I thought that was a chocolate bar.
Oof, I'm hungry. Right.
I want a mini roll.
Oh, mini roll. Nice. We'll see you next week, guys. Drippity, droppity, drippity, drippity, drop, drip, drop.